Last night I was dreaming crazy dreams for the little I slept. And I woke up this morning thinking about devil energy and when I've experienced devil energy and how does that feel? And Hi, and welcome back. August the 26th, 2025. A beautiful summer day. Honestly, I think our heat wave that we're having in BC has timed itself just perfectly as usual. We managed to get through the summer here, fingers crossed, without having what we normally have, which is smoke-filled skies and so many evacuation orders. So it's been a real blessing for us, and I know other people have not had that same experience. We are out here because we want to get in some fresh air and grounding before we start our day. We have lots of things that we have to do. And last night, one thing that kept coming up for me, because we had made the video about angelic energy yesterday. And so one of the things that kept coming up was the opposite of angelic energy. So what is that? How does that feel? When have I experienced that in my life? And what's the best way to describe that feeling or that experience? And there's so many ways to describe that low vibration, that the energy, so devil energy. And I want to just share a few of my ways of grasping that concept and see if it resonates with you. So I've had so many experiences with all forms of energy. As we've talked about on this channel many times, and I'll continue to talk about it because we are energy. It's when you become aware of your energetic signature and how your energetic signature interacts with others and their frequency vibration and how that feels and what you can do to either amplify or tone down, even remove that experience that you're having with that engagement. Devil energy, my understanding. See that bug fly right in my face, try to go in my mouth? You could say that that's energetic interference. Devil is lived, the word lived backwards. D-E-V-I-L, devil, L-I-V-E-D. So devil energy to me is the opposite of a lived life. So when you think of a lived life, you think of exploring, expanding, being curious, trying, failing, succeeding, whatever words work for you when you think of a lived life. I think of it as being full and joyous and sad and all the emotions that are attached with a lived life. So devil energy, an unlived life, is flat. It's flat. It has nothing to offer. It has nothing to give. It's not putting out into the world to engage with, to receive, to reciprocate, to interact with, to experience and explore. It's empty. It's flat. It needs to be filled for it to be anything, because it doesn't exist on its own, because it's not lived. It's not living. So when you look at different characteristics that have been used and given to people who are often diagnosed or identified as having a high number of narcissistic traits, one of the common features is there's a deadness in the eyes. They're hollow. And when you've experienced that, if you don't know how to identify it, you will feel it. You will experience it. It is a crazy making feeling in yourself. It almost is like an antagonist in your survival mechanisms that screams something is not right here. We are not engaging with a lived energy. There's just such an emptiness to it. It's as though there's the shell of a person and then dead eyes. There's no life. There is no life behind those eyes. And if you've ever been around predators, all forms, animals, like insects, anything, that predatory nature of sitting in wait, watching, assessing, strategizing, calculating for the perfect move to come in, to shift into a new location, to have better access, to have the advantage, to be able to stalk the prey so that they can be taken down with the least amount of resistance and effort. That feeling and sense of deadness, and then switching and turning on to be, present and engaging and communicative, only to when you're not engaging, so you're not infusing the energy into them. When you're not doing that, we're back to dead, right? That dead look, the dead gaze, that hollow emptiness, that predatory energy. And then when they know that you are back on and giving them attention, whether it's anger, whether it's love and care, whether it's questioning and curiosity, it doesn't matter. If your intention and attention is going to them, it's your energy that's filling the empty vessel. It's yours. They don't exist without you. They need an energy source. So trusting our gut and our intuition when we feel that, oh my gosh, the alerts that say something is not right here. One of the things that I really noticed when I was fully engaged with devil energy was my muscles were tight. It was as though I was becoming paralyzed somehow for fast movement, for any kind of escape. And it's not like I was choosing that, but my body was becoming so tense and stressed that the fight flight was almost becoming immobilized. And that's one of the things that I found to be the biggest hurdle after disengaging from that devil energy, was regaining my momentum and stabilizing my inner self, because our bodies are actively seeking to survive. They're just automatically will kick in to survive, and it will do whatever it needs to do to ensure that that happens. And so many times when we're in this, when we're the prey and we're being preyed upon, and we may not even have like a conscious awareness of it, our bodies do, our energy does, our soul knows. And so it's taking action to protect itself, to insulate itself, so that when you make it through to the other side, you have not lost everything. It's just been in hibernation. And that's very helpful for me when I thought about it, because when you're around an angelic energy, you feel light. You are able to breathe. You're more flexible. You're more fluid. The momentum is easier. And that devil energy, it's like your muscles are tight and contracted. Your breathing is shallow. Your amygdala is sending all the signs, all the warning signs, telling your body, we need to survive this. All hands on deck. So give yourself a break. If you are judging yourself or feeling like, you know, what happened to me and how did I end up in this place where my hair is falling out, I'm either too heavy or too thin, or I can't think, of brain fog, I am having problems walking, I'm aching. All of these things that are your body's response, your vessel's response, telling you and protecting you. So on the other side of your experience, thank your body, thank your vessel for doing everything that it did to protect you, so that now you can give back to it by being in an angelic energy and removing yourself from that devil energy, because now you recognize it. You disengage, disconnect, and you don't manifest it into your being. We have to be very mindful. Discussing this topic is fantastic. I think it's very important, especially on a journey where awareness is key. And knowing that as you think and you speak and you reflect, any of the things that you are doing on a daily basis, you are calling that energy into you. That's when I was thinking about, you know, what kind of content I would talk about on this channel. And my expertise is trauma. My expertise is trauma. That is where the majority of my skill development is. Risk management. So crisis situations, and trauma. How to identify trauma, how to heal from trauma, the somatic responses in our body to trauma and traumatic experiences. But I had to ask myself, if I focus on that as opposed to the bigger picture, I will continue to live a life infused with trauma, because that will become all I talk about, all I think about, the only questions that get asked of me, when there is a much bigger picture beyond that that we need to focus on, so that we pull ourselves out of our trauma stories and we then see our energetic light bodies looking down on our vessels, so that we can notice the roots that take us towards that devil energy, and those that, see that? Okay. And those roots that maintain our high vibration and where we need to be. We have sent out a call. The call has been answered. So you have to decide where you want to be energetically. To be received or left behind. It's a conscious decision, because we're conscious beings if we're awake. So what's it going to be? A lived life or an unlived life? A light being, high vibration, or devil energy? So as I leave you with a few words, I think it's important that we regain our center when we have moments of feeling that devil energy and being around those empty vessels that are preying on your energy. Our awareness is the thing that will save us. Having the ability to identify what is happening so that you can disengage, move away. For as much as devil energy was created from a disconnection of self, angelic energy is created from a connection to self. So cultivate the awareness of the difference, so that you are able to sense when you are being pulled somewhere. Because it's not so blatant sometimes. It's very, very smooth and slow, just like predators stalking prey. It's slow and calculated, and oftentimes is happening in the background without you even knowing it. And we all have experiences of this, living in societies where there is an overarching theme where our energy is in transaction, in a transactional relationship that we didn't even realize until we become aware and we take action to remove that from our lives, to have a broader perspective, to be able to identify the path that leads us where we want to go or where we're being led. Choose wisely. It's more important than you realize. Thanks for watching, everyone. And until next time, stay safe and stay connected, and we'll see you really soon. Bye.